Hey everybody! Thanks for tuning in. I see we got a few of you in here. I don't know if you can hear, but my dogs are freaking out because now I think there's other people in the house because we haven't done this for a while. But yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in. We got a pretty cool episode coming up today. We got a bunch of very cool music that was sent in by Duncan Ivany and the North Coast Band. They pre-recorded their whole set. So we're going to play through that for you guys. If you guys do have any questions, they're going to be tuning in, so you can write them in, and they'll answer them for you through the chat. You can also send tips. I'm going to say that before we get started. All the tips are going to be split between the bands tonight, and you can do that directly at www.quarantinesongs.com. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to just get started straight with the music. This is Duncan Ivany and the North Coast Band.
Good evening, everybody. We are Duncan Ivany, the North Coast Band. We're playing some tunes for you guys tonight. This one's called After All These Years. It goes a little something like this.
One, two, three.
It seems I'm caught up in these dreams, caught up in everything, and I can't make it out. These things tell me how I'm supposed to feel, seeing if it's real. So come and show me what you're about, without doubt, without doubt, without doubt in our minds and our hearts all on this side. Let's work it out.
Awesome. Let's get a cut between there. This is something new we're trying out, getting the set in there. But yeah, we've got about 40 minutes worth of music about them. I'll just take a few minutes to chat. Sorry for my quickness at the start of that. I'm so used to having somebody to talk to during this, and now I realize I'm just talking with myself. But thank you again, everybody who's tuning in. If you guys do have any questions for me, please do interact, and then I have somebody to talk to. Also, if you guys got any questions for the band, you can, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can send them through, and we'll get it over to them. So if you've never heard of Duncan Ivany and the North Coast Band, they're out of Beaton, Ontario, and they've got some really beautiful songs. They're releasing a new song every single Friday. They started that a couple months ago, and it's going all the way until August. So if you are a fan of anything you're hearing, there's tons more. Find them on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever it is that you're listening to. I'll come back with some more info for you guys about the band after a couple more songs.
Wait out all the time, let's all on this time. Thank you. Thank you so much. We are Duncan Ivany and the North Coast Band, and playing some tunes here for you tonight. Yes, thank you. This next song is a song called Kate. You find it on our Of Love and Leaving EP. We just recently submitted that EP to be reviewed in the press, so look for that to be out soon. And Connor wrote this song while he was living on Peely Island, and he'll be back there to visit for a little bit, so it's going to be nice. It's been a day, oh, the day it's been. Last night I fell in love, this morning we're just friends. You want nobody for the summer, ball and summer ends. Okay, I'm okay, what a day it's been. Out and you drove me home. I woke up in the days I was all alone, and I'm a product of being way too far gone. Oh, Kate, I'm okay, thanks for driving me home. smile staring back at me. She wants nothing from you, you know she gone for now, gone for good. But I was hoping that she'd stay. Okay. Okay, I'm okay on my own. Okay, I'm okay on my own. Thank you very much. That was Kate, another original song written by ourselves. Thank you so much. Duncan Ivany, the North Coast Band. Next up, we're going to play another original tune. Maybe this is your favorite. I know this is a fan favorite of few, our friend Colin.
Tell you what, that's a North Coast promise. If you put a song in the comments, we're gonna play it our next, or one of our next live streams.
That's actually perfect timing. We just got a comment in, asked if they could play some pop songs. If there are any songs that you guys do want to hear from them, if you want to put them down in the comments. Can't take requests tonight, but they will be playing them on their next live stream, which is super cool. So if there's anything you guys really want to hear them play, now's the time to put it in the comments.
For sure.
That's a North Coast
That's a North
promise
Coast promise.
right there. This one's called $14. I only got $14. I only got 14 smokes. I only got my blue collar. My last girl made me broke. I only got $14. I only got 13 now. What you gave me, baby, it's not enough. I only got what I couldn't see. Trust me, it ain't that much. I only got $14. I only got 13 now. So long, just so I can hold on to everything waiting at the sea for the world's old mercies. I only got $14. I only got 13 now. Thank you Thank you very much. The song was written back in the cabin. We used to live in a little cabin in the hills of Erin, Ontario. And, yeah, we wrote that song. It's about being broke. It's a kind of bluesy tune, obviously. And, it's about only having $14. Yeah, we're gonna play a tune by Blue Rodeo now. Playing a great Canadian cover here for you. Sing along if you know it at home. Here we go. Say that you're leaving, well, that comes as no surprise. It's like kinda like this feeling of being left behind. This ain't nothing new to me, and it's just like going home. It's kinda like those sunsets that leave you feeling so stoned. Hey, I guess it isn't it me. I fell through this crack and I kinda lost my head. I stand transfixed before the street lights, watching snow fall on this cold December night. Never thought that this could happen, but somehow feelings gone. You got sick of the pattern, and I got lost in this song. Hey, I guess it isn't me. I fell through this crack and I kinda lost my head. I stand transfixed before the street light, watching snow fall on this cold December night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. There's some Blue Rodeo for you. We're going to play some...
Another cover?
yeah. We're
Yeah.
gonna play some Glorious Sons.
Yeah. 2 Canadians in a row.
A couple Canadian bands.
Canadian kids, you know, grew up with a hockey stick and a guitar. Both bands pretty big, pretty iconic in Canada now, eh?
Beautiful. I'm excited to hear some Glorious Sons in a couple seconds here. I always love when Canadian bands cover other Canadian bands and just try to keep things within the scene going and promoting more Canadian music. It's always awesome to see. Maybe I'll just give you guys a little bit of background on the band here. So they're from Beaton, Ontario, and they're actually trying to combine East Coast party music with the folk music of out west to create a sound unique to Northern Ontario, which I also think is super cool because every portion of Canada really does have its own style and own taste in music. Anybody who has toured across the country has definitely seen that and seen how kind of the geographical area you're in and the people that are around you definitely do affect your sound. We did an interview with these guys recently. If you go over to Drop Entertainment, you can check it out. They talk about their last tour across Canada, which they got to squeeze in just before this pandemic hits. So they timed that one pretty well. And after they got back from that tour, they hunkered down in a cabin and started recording these 17 new singles, which they're in the middle of releasing right now. If you're at the start of the show, I kind of mentioned it, but I'll just recap it a little bit. Since May 1st, they've actually been releasing a new song every single Friday, which I think is super interesting. It's a great way of engaging with your fans over the quarantine because if you're like me, you're always excited to hear new music every week because that's one of the few things, we can't go out, but at least we can stay at home and hear some new music. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying what you're hearing, definitely check them out. It's on all the major platforms. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys hear some more music. We got some Glorious Sons, and make sure you guys do stick around. We're gonna have Alex Southey coming up after this. He'll be doing some performances live as well as answers a question for you guys. Yeah, enjoy some Glorious Sons.
Yeah. Excuse me. Glorious Sons are pretty big from Kingston, Ontario. This one's called SOS. It's one of my favorites to play. Take medicine, 24 years in the gutter again. I'm losing it, everybody's acting like they're all alright. I can barely get myself to sleep at night. I'm sick of it, yeah. Send a text, man, I love the job and got hooked on oxycontin. Shut the lights on, took the car in. I bought a sawed-off shotgun, yeah. Sent a text, man, I love the job, man. You got hooked on oxycontin. Shut the lights on, took the car in. I bought a sawed-off shotgun. I'd rather be crazy than to take these pills. Simply being okay against my will. I'm losing it. In this world that I'm gonna miss, it's all fake smiles and leather jackets. We're full of it, I don't know who to trust. Yeah, send the text, man, I lost the job and got hooked on oxycontin. Shut the lights on, took the car in. I bought a sawed-off shotgun, yeah. Send the text, man, I lost the job and got hooked on oxycontin. Shut the lights on, took the car in. I bought a sawed-off shotgun. sawed-off shotgun. Yeah. Sent the text, man, lost the job, and got her daughter, she called it. Shut the lights off, quit the current. I thought I sawed-off shotgun. Yeah. Woo! Oh yeah, that one gets the brain blood flowing,
It gets it going, eh?
pumping.
You go straight into this one, bud. This one, beautiful track written by Duncan Ivany. He was in Winnipeg. Came back with this tearjerker. About the love of family and friends. Have a listen.
Two things to say. Not surprised they went to Winnipeg and came back with a tearjerker. And secondly, man, what a great Glorious Sons cover that was. I got to see the Glorious Sons. They had a small intimate show sometime last year, I guess, before everything shut down. And man, what a live show! And that was such a cool cover of it. They definitely put their own spin on it. You can kind of hear their influences through their covers, the same way that they come through their originals. Yeah, and I'm gonna let this keep rolling.
Never thought I'd be this old. You always think you'll stay young forever. Someone told me embrace the cold, and that way you'll never grow old. It's something so unexpected in you, waking up one day and being 22. Getting lines all on my face, and getting there on my tattoos. There's a soft wind that rolls through the trees. The soft something makes me thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. It's been so long since I did a damn thing for you. There's only one thing that I want in this world, my girl. Friends and family are my hidden pearl. So thank you for all I have in this world. To all the people who helped me through, it's been one hell of a journey. Mother and father taught me to always be early and never worry. So thank you for everything. It's been so long since I did a damn thing for you. There's only one thing that I want in this world, my girl. My friends and family are my hidden pearl. So thank you for all I have in this world. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. This next one is an original song that kind of kick-started our career. We released this song called Restless. Kind of wrote it when I was living in Winnipeg as well. Kind of around the same time I wrote Thank You for Everything. It was originally a poem. It was just, a friend came home after an anxious day. And this is kind of what came to mind, you know? Sometimes when you're in those days when it's feeling kind of restless, you're worried about the future, you just got to write it all down, and it's good that we did in that moment, and it's been resonating with me ever since. So it's called Restless.
Getting best all this time, looking through old photos, seeing what I'm trying to find. Just let me be where the sun always shines, trying not to worry about the nickels and the dimes, living life under the sky until the day we die. It's just that don't get it all the time. We all just want to be kids again, everything would be fine. I've been chasing this for all of my life. I was worried and scared something just wasn't right. Living life under the sky until the day we die. In a perfect world with an ordinary girl, nothing's certain. Everyone's complaining over nothing while the future's changing. And I'm California dreaming, seeing is believing, and I'll be always daydreaming. So let's pack the bag, get out of this place, get as far away as we can from this life's rat race. Just take my hand, disappear without a trace. Day will come when it's time to come home. We'll build a family of our own.
till that day. Let us roam. Let us roam. Let me roam. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We got 2 more left for you.
We'll see if we can sneak in one extra, but we'll see if we got time.
Maybe a third. Who knows?
This next one is a song.
Awesome. Yeah, we've only got a couple more songs left from these guys. Two more songs plus maybe a bonus track in there. I want to say one more time, thank you guys for tuning in. This is a little bit of a different format than we've done in the past, but this is super cool that we still got to do this and we still got to hear these amazing tunes. If you guys do have any questions, they are here in the live chat, so feel free to ask away. And on that, we're gonna have Alex Southey coming up after these few songs. And one more reminder, if you guys do want to send any tips to the bands tonight, you can do that at www.quarantinesongs.com. I'm gonna play the last few songs here for you guys.
Song by Springsteen. It's a personal favorite of ours to play. This is 80s Springsteen. Daddy home, did he go away and leave you all alone? Got a bad desire. Ooh, I'm on fire. Tell me now, baby, is he good to you? Can he do to you the things that I do? I can take you high. Sometimes it's like someone took an out, baby, edge and dull, and got a 6-inch valley through the middle of my soul. And I wake up with the sheets of red and a freight train running through the middle of my head. And you cool my desire. Ooh, I'm on fire. Little Springsteen, little boss for you. We're going to play a couple original tunes to end it off. This next one's called Hoping You Would Stay, which we wrote in the cabin as well. And we're releasing one new song every week until the end of August. So check us out at the northcoastband.com, freshly revamped site. You can get everything you need there, all of our socials, everything. So yeah, this one's called Hoping You'd Stay.
Something in life ain't right. I ain't sleeping through the night. I just need to find a place to rest my tired head. I've been shattered by the life I chose, but I'm alright, I suppose. Sometimes I don't even know person's sleeping in my own bed. Oh yeah. Let's enjoy each other by the river as the sky turns red. And I spent most of my life just trying to get love right. Now I spend most of my time screwing my head on tight. And I was just hoping you'd stay longer than a day. Oh yeah. And I was just hoping you'd stay longer than a day. Oh yeah. And that was yesterday. Said, baby, please, why you choose music over me? Just living the life I wanna, playing my way around these streets. I'm just trying to work it out and get paid just enough to make rent for this house. And I was just hoping you'd stay longer than a day. Oh yeah. And I was just hoping you'd stay longer than a day. Oh yeah. And that was yesterday.
Thank you very much. I think we got time for one more. This one's called You Never Forgot. Thank you everybody for tuning in to our live stream, and cheers to all the other emerging artists. You guys are awesome. Everybody's awesome. Thank you to the whole team. We are Duncan Ivany and the North Coast Band, and check us out at thenorthcoastband.com. Here we go.
And there was time when all you could do was shine the best you could, just to see how it all comes together.
get better. We'll treasure whatever it is we're longing for in this connected world. Well, I know it, I've been sitting, and I know it, I've been caught. But darling, I'll keep singing, and I'll give you what I've got. And when the day is over, and you've taken your last shot, I'll make you wish you never forgot. You never forgot. You never forgot. You never forgot. So is this it? Are we just gonna quit and leave whatever's left behind that door? And I long for more. I've never been so happy, but it comes with the cost of being lonely. And I ain't lonely. Well, I know it, I've been sitting, and I know it, I've been caught. Well, I'll keep singing, and I'll give you all I got. When the day is over and you've taken your last shot, I'll make you wish you never forgot. You never forgot. You never forgot. You never forgot. Hey, thank you so much. That was You Never Forgot. We are Duncan Ivany and the North Coast Band. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can check out our music at thenorthcoastband.com, and you can find all of our social media there as well. My name is Duncan Ivany.
And I'm Connor.
And we are the Ivany Brothers, making up the North Coast Band. So cheers. Again, thank you, and stick around for more artists, and check out all the other live streams.
Awesome. Cool. I want to say a big thank you to Duncan Ivany, the North Coast Band, for pre-recording that. That's a good solution. Now we know for if bands are having internet issues, and we can still get people on board. But yeah, that was fantastic. If you guys want to find more of their music, it's just www.thenorthcoastband.com. They're pretty easy to find, and as I said before, they're releasing new music every single Friday. So yeah, be expected some cool new music weekly from them. Right now, I'm going to be bringing on Alex Southey, who is a Toronto-based indie folk artist. Here we go. How's it going, Alex? Oh yeah, it looks like your mic's just muted there. Can you hear me, Alex? So there's actually, if you look just where your picture is, there's a little microphone in the corner, and you should be able to unmute yourself there. Cool. Yeah, we got it coming. In the meantime, if anybody has any questions in advance, oh, he's gone, but I'm sure he'll be back. If anybody wants to have a chat with me, feel free to drop some comments, and we can have a little chat. Yeah, this is the first show we've been back at for a little while. We've got a ton of really great artists coming back. A few that you've seen before, and a few new ones to the series. You may have noticed we took a little break in between, but we're back at this. Back at this pretty heavy, and we're gonna have lots of artists every week for the next little while. Let's see if we got Alex back here.
Hello?
There we go. How's it going, Alex?
Hey, good. How about you, man?
Good.
Sorry about that. I was going to try and get it to sound really nice and use the mic that I used to record and everything, but it's proving very difficult for some reason.
Okay, no worries. I'm just glad I can hear you.
Okay, does it sound half decent?
Yep, sounds good so far.
Okay, good.
Cool. So how's your day been so far?
Good. Sorry about this. I'm doing really well. I just got to chat about my album, my last album, You're Not Just a Body to Me, for about half an hour for a review that's going to be coming out pretty soon of that one. And then I also got to hear some new mixes for my album coming out.
Nice.
Which will be in fall, yeah.
Nice. So you had a nice musical Tuesday.
Very productive.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How's your quarantine been?
Admittedly, very productive as well, to be honest. I'm able to work from home for my job, and
right.
Honestly, that's like, I feel very lucky because not everybody's able to do that.
Right.
Yeah. So it's been not too much of a headache for me. I'm just trying to do what I can and stay safe and everything like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You want to start us off with a song or two?
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming on, Alex.
All right. Pour it out, my love. Gave it away so tight, but I'll never wink again. You go. Sorry, don't exist. We like sex, so we have it. But I'll never wink again. You know. It's my creation. We're driving a nation, but I'll never wink again. You know. All right.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Right on. Thanks for getting that started off for us. It seems like we're having a little bit of mic issues though, just with almost just some clipping.
Oh, okay.
But maybe if you just stand a little bit further away, that seems
Sure,
to fix
yeah. That's
the
good.
issue a
Sorry
little
about
bit.
that.
Awesome. Yeah, no worries.
Cool. Should I just go into the next one, or will we do?
Sure. Yeah. Why don't you play us another one? I'll jump in with some questions afterwards. And if
Awesome.
anybody else has got any questions for Alex, feel free to throw them in here.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Your eyes, baby, stole your fate, but God, it's good, baby, still the same. You were young, but you didn't see. Coming down, jokes, baby, baby, the punch, line. Got you in the throat, babe, you were young, still the same. You were young, but you didn't see.
Nice, man. Yeah, that sounded better.
Nice, awesome. Okay, great.
Nice. So, yeah, you just mentioned you got some new music on the way that you're having reviewed. What can you tell us about the new music? What's coming?
Well, that is the lead track. That is the first track on the album.
This was a good time to ask that then.
Yeah, it was. It's a much weirder song than it appears when I just play on acoustic. There are lots of structural changes and interesting instrumentation, at least I'm hoping to other people. And the album should be coming out in fall. A Juno winner and Polaris Prize nominated producer John Critchley, who was behind some of Dan Mangan's music, Elliot Brood. He's the one producing it, and we've just been working remotely, essentially, because normally you go into a studio and record the album, but I've recorded everything in what you see around you, and then I've sent it over to him at his studio so he can work on it because of COVID, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, COVID's really put a bit of a damper on a lot of
things. Yeah.
That's awesome to hear. There's new stuff coming at the end of it, though.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. Although after this, I think it might be apart from some singles that I'll release once in a while. I gotta slow down on the music output. I've had this will be my second album in 2020.
Wow.
So, yeah, COVID just gave me a ton more time, basically. But after that, I'm going to take a bit of a break. Besides maybe touring if we're allowed.
Right.
Playing this.
Yeah. Who knows? I'm honestly so curious about the state of live music, in the next couple months.
Man, I know. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better, to be totally honest. Sorry, anybody watching.
Yeah, no, that's definitely, that's fair. I'm getting excited. The numbers are going down, but yeah, there's always the chance this is just going to cause it to go back up, and we're going to be stuck in this for a while. So
I don't know. I think we should. Yeah, I really hope that's not the case, but we should huddle for winter soon, I think.
Yes. And that's gonna be here before we know it. It's been a very quick summer for me, at least, anyway.
Yeah.
Nice.
Will I play another one?
Sure. Can I ask you first though? So if you managed to get out a whole bunch of songs during this, like you said, this will be your second album of 2020. what's your writing process like?
I always have my guitar on me, and so I'm constantly just fiddling around, and I don't usually learn new music. The only new music that I listen to it, but I don't really take from it. What am I trying to say here? My inspiration basically isn't just when it comes to me, I do it. I sit there with the guitar every day and occasionally stumble across a chord progression or a line that piques my interest, and I want to follow that through. So I think the reason for, how prolific I guess I've been is I'm bored easily and I have my guitar on me all the time. That's basically it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's hear some more of what came out of that boredom and a guitar.
All right. Sounds good. This song is called "This Horse Has Gone Down," and it's also part of that new album that's coming out. This horse has gone down again. 'Cause he's tired of living punches after lunch, take drugs. Well, it's hot in the summer. It's trouble sleeping. And days, who knows? And we all are the same. This horse has gone down again. 'Cause he's tired of living for punches after lunch. Taking drugs. All right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. I want to ask about your last album that you put out.
Sure. Yeah.
Can you just do a bit of a deep dive into the name before we talk too much into it? Because there's a pretty cool story behind that in itself.
Yeah, absolutely. About You're Not Just a Body.
Yeah.
Yeah. So behind that is basically it's not about what people may think. There's this dissociation that goes on when you have depression, and it's more of a suggestion to myself and to anybody else struggling. Sometimes you just feel like you are a brain in a body, and it's just, I know this is abstract and odd to say, but maybe somebody will understand what I'm saying. you just have this feeling of like, this doesn't matter. I am just a body. There's nothing to look forward to. Who cares if it's Monday or whatever? And so saying that to myself sometimes is a nice reminder that like, you're more than just what you think you are. There's this positive outcome that can come from essentially believing in yourself. As preschool as that may sound, it's important to remember simple, effective things like that.
Definitely.
Yeah. Is that what you're getting at, or
yes, yeah, no, that's exactly what I was asking. Yeah, I saw the write-up behind that, and that's I think it's super important. It's amazing that artists are starting to talk about mental health, which was not a thing even when we were teenagers, right? But it's something that artists like you now are championing for, and I think that's super important.
Thank you. That's really nice of you.
I saw the rest of your album tells a bit of a millennial Canadian story wrapped together.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about some of like the songs on that album and how the album came together?
Yeah, absolutely. So it was originally going to be called The Fall Positive, and The Fall Positive is the last song on the album besides this little bonus track that's a demo. And that is related to the depression talk that we just had. That's kind of an optimistic but also a realistic account of what my current relationship is like with my partner. One of the lines is, I'm waking up to medication and your fall positivity. And that's where that song comes from, and song title. And that's a reference to the fact that I have to wake up and take some sort of medication that's helping me on one front with anxiety and depression. And she is just this positive, great thing. And we happen to start dating around fall. So it all just sort of fell together. So that's where the fall positive comes from, and dealing with all of those things that now millennials are apparently plagued with. It's apparently worse for us than a lot of who knows. But all of this, it's like what you said. Everybody's coming out with their stories and things like that, and it's really good. And I guess I just wanted to write music that didn't sound like it was so abstract nobody would know it was about being good to yourself and taking care of yourself and exploring mental health, but also not being so on the nose that it runs the risk of being corny. You know what I mean? It's a struggle.
It's a fine line.
Yeah, exactly. Earnestness is admirable when done well, and just so embarrassing when not. And so, it's a scary line to be on, but I heard this is related to my music and to just talking about certain subjects, but I'll play a song, sorry. But Bowie had this, David Bowie had this suggestion for creation, which is like, go towards the deep end of the pool until your toes don't actually reach the bottom anymore. And that moment when your toes lift off is where you should be sitting comfort-wise in your artistic pursuits. You should always just be a little bit further than what makes you feel safe, because if it's safe, it's probably not maybe as interesting or effective as it could be. Nice. That's not right for everyone, but that's worked well for me.
Yeah, that's a nice philosophy there. Cool. I'll let you play some more music. I just want to remind everybody, if you'd like to send any tips, we've got a tip jar set up at www.quarantinesongs.com. And also, if you guys got any more questions for Alex, feel free, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, they'll pop up here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll do another one.
Cool. Perfect.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna do one called November, and it is about many things, but also about Unionville, Ontario, the place in Markham that looks like a Gilmore Girls set. So, because that's where I'm from. Here we go.
home. I've been railroaded. I'm coming home. This is my Canadian. This is my Canadian. I got up and ran home through November gray. Right past the bandstand, all white and gold. This is my Canadian. This is my Canadian. All your colors found me. I can go to sleep. Cold current snow drifts wrapping around the street. This is my Canadian. This is my Canadian. Oh, this is my Canadian. And again, that's called November. Ben, I see you asked a question there. Do I have a favorite songwriter / lyricist? Yeah, a few come to mind for sure. Obviously, there are the old folks like Bob Dylan and Joni Mitchell and people like that. But if you're going new people, Jeff Tweedy of Wilco, Feist, Amy Mann, Robin Pecknold, the Fleet Foxes singer songwriter, all those guys, all the new folk stuff, as well as like really classic ones like Radiohead and but just people you'd expect me to like. Yeah. All right, well, I'll play another one. I'll play a new one from the album coming out, all right? This is, wrote it about Toronto, sort of. I wrote it about the Danforth Music Hall in particular. Hope you like it. On the front porch of the place in the Danforth, scored in the music hall. I counted our footsteps as we danced, we undressed. My heart did feel as good as before. On the floor. back of the restaurant. You knew how I wanted to love She's got your name. 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 Picked up some seeds and thought we'd smoke the sunset to make it easy to fall asleep in your arms. In your arms.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice, man. That's wicked. I saw you got a new music video coming out soon, eh?
For that song, my friend.
For that song. Okay,
Well, if
perfect.
anybody likes it, look out for that. It's coming out soon. That song is called On the Dance Floor. There you go.
That's awesome. God, yeah. Just hearing the Dan Forth in itself makes me miss.
Oh,
these
good.
memories.
That's. I'm glad it makes you feel anything.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite places to play pre-COVID in Toronto?
I loved the Painted Lady. That's a classic spot. And I ran a little, I called it just a musician's hangout, like just a kind of an open mic, but you can also just play even unfinished songs if you want, at the Imperial Pub. The Imperial Pub is like right to the right of Dundas Square.
Okay.
You walk out and you can still see the pictures of whoever. And so at the back, they have a little spot, essentially a little room where there's a 5-inch stage. And anyway, that's where we used to play all the time. So although it's not really a concert venue, it's just good memories, basically. And if whenever this ends, if it ends soon, I'll be back to doing it. So if you want to come to an open mic or whatever, come out to that Imperial Pub.
Nice. That's cool. I don't think I've been there.
It's not like a particularly it's not like a Michelin pub or anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's just a really nice homey pub. So
That's
I
awesome.
would suggest it. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to check that out once this is all said and done.
Good.
Do you got any other plans aside for the new album for post-COVID world?
Post-COVID world. I kind of like photography, so I might just focus a little bit on that. I was trying to learn violin, but one of the strings snapped, and I haven't got it replaced because you need to go to a luthier specifically. So that's just I'll follow that up and just hopefully a little bit of seeing my friends and family.
Nice. Yeah, that'll be nice again.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of photography do you do?
It's a good question, man, because I barely do it. I don't know what I would call it. Basically, if anything I see moves me, I'll take a picture of it. If I have my picture, it can be my dog, it can be the weather, it can be some sort of architecture. It doesn't matter. I'm not so professional that I have a category or anything.
Right. What's your favorite thing to be taking pictures of then?
That's a good question. I am just a sucker for oddly composed photographs. I like things when they're slightly off kilter or off beat. That kind of makes for something memorable as opposed to just sort of a portrait of a person or whatever. Although portraits can be interesting in their own way.
Cool.
Yeah.
While I'm on that thought train, do you because you do have so many songs coming out in such a short amount of time, do you have a favorite subject to write about, or kind of one area to go into, or do you just kind of whenever inspiration comes in, that's whatever comes out?
That's a good question. No, sometimes things catch my eye and I write about that, or sometimes I think of a topic and I do try and tackle it. But then the other half of the time, it's usually sometimes the lyrics are even formed out of me trying to write the vocal melody over the chord progression that I have, and I start by, unless I have a line written right there, I sort of mumble it and sort of fumble around, and then I sort of just pair that maybe with a topic I'm interested in, or with one line that I wrote in my notes 3 months ago that still seems like a cool opening line or something, and I crafted around that. It's the songwriting process is like constantly kind of changing for me, and I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got another one that I love asking artists, because somebody asked me this question once, and I was like, I don't know the answer.
Okay.
But when you're writing,
Yeah.
how do you know when a song is finished?
Ooh. I mean, right? The answer is you don't. You always regret it. You always regret it. I don't listen. I can hear my music back and for a short time and really like it. And now if I listen to my music, I'm just like, what was I thinking with that decision?
Right.
So there's no pleasure in it. This is something that we are forced to express for some reason we don't know. And like, I just read this quote last night from Andre Agassi, the tennis player. He's won like tons of championships. He's like, you know, the Tiger Woods of tennis.
Yeah.
And somebody asked him, does he even like tennis? And he wrote, no, I hate the sport. I'm just so good at it. I feel compelled to play and compete. And now I don't feel as strongly as that. I like music and everything, but occasionally there are some days where it's like, why is this the thing I happen to become good at? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely not the easiest of paths.
It's not. No, I do wish that my passion was accounting or something. I'd certainly have more money probably. So,
yeah. God damn, if only we like numbers more. Hey?
I know.
Nice. Okay, but since we love music, you want to play some more tunes for us?
Sure, yeah. Chart where these things come from. Please don't worry. What happened here is not a worry. Come, just hurry. Who's gonna tell him? And can you go in the other room? Don't wanna hear it. Who's gonna tell him? And can you go in the other room? Don't wanna hear it. Who's to learn how turn you for the worst? You're no student. Stop it before it gets worse. Come, just do it. Who's gonna tell him? And can you go in the other room? Don't wanna hear it. Who's gonna tell telling him, and can you go in the other room? Don't want to hear it too. Who's gonna tell him he's got the best seat in the room? In the room. In the room. Who's gonna tell him he's got the best seat in the room? In the room. In the room.
Awesome. I love the ending to that one.
Nice. I'm glad you like that. Yeah, that song's old, man. That song, I wrote that song back when I lived in Vancouver. That's probably 3 or 4 years old now, and I still haven't put it on an album. It just doesn't fit, but I play it almost every live set because it's a fun song.
Nice. Yeah, that was a great one.
Yeah.
How do you feel about? We were just kind of talking about like the old music, and like a lot of artists when they look back, they're always like, "Oh, I could have improved on that." But at the same time, you got to get things out. But with performing live, like, do you feel like you still have the same connection to the songs that you wrote back in time, or as you evolved, you kind of ditched some of the songs, or how's your process with that?
As you evolve, you sort of ditch some songs. And also you realize that you need to write a certain way so that it translates when you play live, especially if you don't have a backing band. So at the heart of almost all of the songs I've written, it needs to be able to be played entertainingly if I must just myself and the guitar, because normally my music has all, bigger arrangements usually and things like that, and I love writing that stuff, and I actually think it's a plus that my live sets aren't the same as the music. But you do evolve it. You do evolve it based on audience reaction and your own interest. Like I said, that song's 3 years old, but then I'll also bring in a new song to play live that I wrote like yesterday. I don't have that right now. I would love to. I apologize, but I have done that in the past. Sometimes it almost feels like more like a comedian riffing on stage and finding the right avenue. I did that. The November song that I just played. That whole thing. That was originally, I just like fumbled my way through that live at the place called The Cavern, which is a hostel.
Oh yeah, I know The Cavern.
The Cavern. I just fumbled through it, and I think I just was like, I didn't even have the rhythm for it. It's just exciting to do that, it helps so you don't sleepwalk through live performances.
Right. Cool. That's super cool, man. Yeah, you're hitting a lot of soft spots for me here, bringing up the Danforth, The Cavern.
The Cavern is such a nice, like, interesting spot. I remember I got off playing one time because I was on their roster of musicians that they would just sort of call if they needed to fill a bill, which was awesome because it gave me tons of live experience. But I remember getting off one time, and you're right next to where the people are sitting, obviously, and I sat down, and there was this guy, because it's a hostel, from Germany, and he just looked at me and he went, "You make me think about my ex-girlfriend." And I was like, good, then it's working. My music is working. You should be sad thinking about mistaken relationships.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's all like it's always good to hear that somebody, like, whatever their reaction was, like, reacted to your music and heard what you were saying.
Exactly. If somebody told me they have no opinion about it, I would be more offended than if they said they didn't like it.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. How oh, nice. Got Chris is saying, thanks for keeping performances alive, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah. Thanks for watching them, man.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
You're the one keeping it alive. We wouldn't have this if we didn't have people watching.
Yeah, it has been crazy kind of trying to navigate this new musical world. But yeah, I really do appreciate artists like you coming on and sharing your music, because that's the one thing that has been consistent through this. That's the one industry that like musicians never stopped, and they keep filling people's nights with entertainment, which is what we need.
Yeah, but that's actually a very good point. I didn't really think about that. Like, film had to shut down because it's such a, you need to be around other people to create your own films unless you're doing it yourself. Whereas musicians can just play and stream. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and I feel like nobody was doing streaming before, right? Like, I feel like there's no other industry that really
It was very
adapted
rare.
musicians.
Yeah.
And now it's a common thing, and people got to, we get to keep going, which is nice. And yeah, so thank you, Alex. Also to Duncan Ivany, who was on earlier. It's really appreciate artists like you guys doing this.
Absolutely.
How many more tunes do you got for us here?
It's totally up to you. I think we said 7:45, but then those guys ended early, so I can just play like one more and then we head out.
Sure. Yeah. Or if we want to play a couple more, we got time. It's your.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll just feel it out. All right.
Cool. Yeah. And so if anybody has any more questions, this is we're getting near the end, so get them in there.
All right. This is called Christmas Town, and it's where my first album got made. Is that you on the road, smoking again, going home, 5 foot deep, solid snow. It's Christmas now. Churches on, I can hear them all releasing words heavy long. The faces are ugly, no one is young. I'm going home to be on my own with a mom. It's Christmas now. It's Christmas time.
Lovely, man.
Thanks, man.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna thank you one more time and say goodbye to everybody tuning in. If you want to close us off with one more song after this, that would be
sure. Absolutely.
I'd love to hear one more.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody. Again, you can see my stuff in the comments to follow. I'm also active on Instagram and Twitter. It's the same name. Thank you very much.
Yeah, cool. And thanks for coming on, man.
Of course.
You've got some new stuff coming out. Do you got any dates set out that people can be looking forward
Thank you
to?
for reminding me to actually plug instead of just like fully walking out of this saying nothing. Yeah, I've got some new stuff coming out. Singles will be coming out throughout August, leading into September, and sometime September, October is when the album itself will come out. Obviously, more news will come as we get closer to that time. But yeah, keep your eyes out for singles and album news, basically, following me on those Instagram and Facebook and so forth.
Awesome.
All right.
Cool. And for everybody tuning in, you will be able to rewatch this episode at quarantinesongs.com. You can also rewatch all the first 32 episodes, as well as we've got a new show coming up Wednesday, and then another one next Thursday. Lots of super cool bands. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. Just a million thank yous to everybody. Thanks for tuning back in, and I'll see you again soon. Alex,
Right.
I'm excited to have you take us out of here.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, man, and thanks to anyone who, watching. All right, last one here. Oh, Jesus. All right. Forgive me. Rain day greets me at home. Put a sweater on and call over the cold. I know you got your own path. If I come alone, don't ask why. I'm this way, he's a good time, right? He's a good guy. Always, thanks for the call. Just catching up. No way, just getting home. You got I know you better than the next guy. Knowing you all I want. I can say what you were and how hurt. If I come alone, don't ask why. I'm this way. He's a good time, right? He's a good guy. Always, thanks for the call. Just catching on. No way, just getting on. You, I love you. Now. Thanks very much.